Today I'm going to show you some vital stuff that you may need to start off a successful stringing business. A lot of people who start off don't really know what type of strings they need to give themselves the maximum profit, which is what your goal is, to get your possible chance of getting one of these. So we started off with a drop weight, and with my I guess set of tips to help me get to the next level. So from one stringer to another, this to that, this to that. It's crazy. So here are some of my selections. Obviously, this video is shout out to Wilson. They sent me a little banner there. We kind of have a little setup here, just kind of where I work in the lab. But let me show you what is essentials. Guys, you ready? Let's do this. So everybody's gonna need a synthetic gut. I don't care what it is. It could have been Prince, whatever, blah blah blah. But our brand of choice obviously is Wilson, and this is amazing. For less than like what, 50, 60 bucks, you get a full reel, which is what, 200 meters, 660 foot. You divide that up, what, on a regular pack comes with 40 feet. You probably get 16.5 full rackets off of this. And obviously, if you're running hybrids, it's even more economical. That being said, this is probably your lifeline. Most people are to come in when you first start off, right? You have your people, and you're like, hey, you're starting off. Your prices are a little lower. You're kind of setting yourself up, and synthetic gut is gonna be your utility string. That being said, it's a great string, great option for everybody, from juniors to adults, obviously, right? That being said, you can mix this up in a lot of ways. It's a very soft string that anybody can use, and of course, big bang for your bucks, actually. So you probably, oh, this is my beautiful mat here from Ergonomics. I gotta have this while I'm talking. For a reel, for 50 bucks, it's fraction of the cost. String one, you can string maybe 2 or 3 rackets and get the cost back already if you don't include your labor as far as you use it as your payment for this string. But having a synthetic gut is very vital. 16 gauge, go with that. You can't go wrong. So boom, all of a sudden you're spending what, 50, 60 bucks on strings right there. Second thing you need a utility poly. My suggestion is, if you can offer some premium, which this is on the side, you can get Luxilon, which is amazing name already. Everybody knows the name because everybody, Luxilon, that's been in the tour. They don't make too many strings. Guys, if you didn't know, Luxilon is an amazing company. They started off doing medical grade stuff, aerodynamic polymers, and now they still have a subdivision that do medical grade sutures and stuff like that, which is still amazing. So if it's good enough to be in the human body, it's definitely good enough to be on a tennis racket. So Adrenaline is kind of your starter pack on Luxilon. It's a very amazing soft poly. Even on Tennis Warehouse, he was saying, hey, how great it is. And for the pricing, you get a full reel for like under 150 bucks. So far, he's probably spent about 200 bucks on these 2 reels right here. And the great thing, just having these 2 would be a great start off, because you can switch this up. You can have like almost 4 different variations. You can have a full synthetic gut, both main and cross. You can have a full polyester with Adrenaline, mains and crosses. Or you can have a synthetic mains and then crosses with a poly to make it a little more control friendly. However, getting that little pop from the synthetic gut. Or you flip that around, having more control and spin with the poly, which is more popular, obviously. The poly in the mains and then the cross with synthetic gut. So you have 4 different variations right there off the back. These 4 combos instead. So some people do charge a little extra for hybrids. I think you give yourself a fair share of that service charge. All right. So whatever you're gonna charge that plus the cost of string. There shouldn't be a variation. Well, I'm gonna charge you more for hybrid. I'm gonna charge you less for a full on. So that being said, I think that's the route to go. So when you start getting fancy, so you start making money. If these 200 bucks, you invest this, you're probably gonna pay this off within 5 to 6 rackets. I mean, or maybe 8. It just depends on how you price yourself. These should pay for itself already. With the money that you profit from that, then you start adding to your arsenal, right? You start adding little multi-filaments. And I think a great economical multi-filament, obviously shout out to Wilson. Wilson makes strings for like everybody. Even Wilson has their own poly, which is, you guys heard Revolve Spin. However, sensation control is amazing. I like using the control version because the what's it called? The Sensation Standard, it just feels, sometimes it just feels too plain and too bland. This gives it a little flavor, which is it has like a if you can see, there's a band around the Sensation multi-filament, and that's what gives it, it's more controlling. It's kind of like a ribbon of a polymer that makes it a little more stiffer, more control friendly. So having these three options, now you have almost like what, amazing 9 options of stringing. It could be this and this, this and this. There's so many options that you can do with this variation. Now you have 3. Once you start making your money off of these 3, I would then even add in more of a premium string, which is the Luxilon brand, which is, you know, I love. You can't. Everybody's seen the blue, the gold, now that there's the kind of more copper, the packs. This is great. Alu Power is gonna be your money maker right here. So when you're charging, you know, 25 to 30 for these, all of a sudden you move into the Luxilon, your prices go up. You can start charging, you know, 30 and 35 up. So that just made your ticket. 2 rackets strung with a full Luxilon power, and they could get you around what, $70, and that just stringing 2 of these can pay for almost half of your costs on your reels already. So it just really depends on what you do. And then you start doing grip services, and then that's my final tidbit. When you start getting fancy, you start bringing grips to the thing. Grips don't cost but a damn thing, obviously. Buy that. Now you have, on top of strings, you put another $1 or $2 for grips, and you just move your retail value. So imagine if they did bring their own strings, right, guys? If they bring their own strings, you're like, all right, I'm doing it for $15, $16, $17, $18, whatever. And you add a grip to it, all of a sudden it becomes a $20 bill, you know, right there. It's profit, because even if you get a pack, right, retail, what you pay $5 for, you get like three grips, you're still winning. So whatever you can do to raise your ticket prices up, which is amazing. And then after that, you know, the sky's the limit. You start working with Luxilon, you start working with what's it called? What else? I have here, like, this is like kind of my personal stash, and we have like Babolat, VS Guts. We have strings everywhere, even half sets. You know, dude, this whole dedicated shelf here is just strings. But guys, like I said, let's reiterate this, guys. You gotta first start with your synthetic gut. This is your utility string. You're gonna need to invest in these. I don't know, 1 or 2 reels. Get a reel, start off with. You're gonna need a utility poly, which is like a all-round poly. These 2 will give you 4 different combinations. Add a multi for those who have arm issues and more of the junior players. This will be a great option for them. And then add the Primo. Once you make the Primo, you can pay for these 3 easily with a couple of these Primo strings, which Luxilon's all the way. Who hasn't heard about Luxilon? And then don't forget the add-ons, guys. You got to have the add-on. You can't just be like, okay, I'm gonna string your racket for like $15 and that's be it. And then, you know, like, okay, I'll see you next time. Like, no, be like, hey, can I re-grip your grip? And odds are people will, like, hey, let me. Even if you're throwing in as a good faith gesture, people love free stuff. So having something that's free, it's great. Like, obviously, if anybody buys stuff from us, we give them a promo t-shirt here from Luxilon. Thank you so much for supporting our dream. Wilson, even the mat is Wilson. It's very soft. That being said, guys, that's the easiest thing I can teach you how to do, which is market yourself, get the right product, so you can move from your drop weight to one of these things right here, right? This is just chilling at our house. This is not even for business. This is like what I play with all day long. All right? So don't forget, guys, synthetic gut, poly, then multi, premium strings, and add-ons. Those 5 essential things will make you a better stringer, make you a better salesman, make you a successful possible business in the future. So guys, peace out. Subscribe, like. If anything you have any question about, please find us on Instagram or DM us or message the comment below. I love every single one of you guys. I know some of you guys have been following me from Instagram, and I appreciate that. I'm trying to get my YouTube count up. So for the stringers out there, peace!